Hi everybody, this is Ingi from Tarot Ingi, and today I'm going to talk about Page of Wands. Page of Wands, when it shows up in your reading, is a personality that creates a lot of new ideas in your life. Usually also a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of text, phone calls, emails, news of all kinds, adventures in good times. And it's most likely going to lead to you doing something you've never done before, going in a new direction, having passion and determination for something that maybe you didn't even know you were going to like doing. This card can speak of a young person or someone who's very young at heart, someone who's very eager to explore, to gain life experience. So even if it's an older person, this is someone who's young at heart. And whatever creative idea they're working on, it's at the beginning, they're building it. It has a lot of potential, but they have to follow through with it. This is someone who might be very good at the beginning stages of a project, but they have to see it through as well. And they often try and get other people on board. So what they're enthusiastic about, they want other people to feel just as enthusiastic about it. So this can be someone who only likes to talk about a certain subject, or they're constantly talking about one thing. And they just want other people to feel as passionate about it as what they do. This card can symbolize just being completely drawn into something new that is exciting to you. And if it's a love reading, this speaks of a relationship that's very passionate. There's a lot of karmic lessons often as well. This is your spirit as well, like your spirit is being ignited in some way. So it can mean that it's a bit of a drama-filled relationship. It could be that there's like a major spiritual shift as well, and the relationship is someone, this relationship is triggering in some way as well to the seeker and making them grow or transform. You could also end up going in a bit in a circle in the relationship, and this card is showing up because it is a little bit of that drama, attention-seeking energy. It doesn't always. It's sometimes a little bit hard to ground their relationship, and they need to learn how to communicate and keep the good feelings in the relationship rather than it turning into kind of resentment, because this is someone who is very passionate, and they're running hot, and sometimes they just need to cool down a little bit. Page of Wands in love reading as well, it is often the beginning stages of a relationship, and it is that incredibly passionate phase where you're consumed almost completely by the relationship. And in a career reading, this card speaks of being incredibly passionate about the job that you're doing. Like, this is like the job you always wanted to do. It's often creative as well. It involves other people as well. The seeker is incredibly compatible with what they're doing. It's something that it's natural to them. They just want to do it all the time. So it could also be when you're kind of branching out a little bit on your own with your own ideas. So it could be that maybe you have a day job, but then you're working on your own ideas on the side. That is what you really want to do. The Page of Wands often speak of the what you actually want to do. And it's often a lot to do with marketing, social media, can be influencer jobs. It's something that you need to showcase because it's a bit of competition around it as well. This card is most likely a yes in a yes or no question. As feelings, this card speaks of being very brave, feeling much braver than you usually feel, and you're able to communicate your thoughts and feelings because you can't really hold back. With this card, it's all kind of overflowing. If you're asking how someone feels about you, Page of Wands can mean that this person has a little bit of upheaval after meeting you, because you're igniting something in them, and they're feeling incredibly passionate, and maybe they've been feeling a little bit on the low, and suddenly they're feeling really on the high because you ignited this passion in them, and they don't know how to deal with all the stirring up of emotions. And if they have worthiness issues, then that could get triggered because maybe they don't feel that they're worthy of feeling this way, or maybe they just feel like you just overwhelm them so much with feelings and passion, and they just don't know how to kind of control that. So if they have worthiness issues, they might push you away. But if they know how to love themselves, they'll embrace you. This is someone who really needs a lot of love, and they need approval and attention. So if this is a relationship reading, it could mean that your relationship needs to, like, it's that type of relationship where the partners in the relationship needs a lot of attention from each other. And if they feel a little bit pushed aside for whatever reason, then they might act up, say things, and there could be arguments, quarrels. This is someone who likes to be front and center. This is not someone who likes to take a back seat in a relationship. As a personality type, this is a big personality. And Page of Wands is the drama queen. It's like someone who's on the go all the time, can't ignore this person. Everyone knows who this person is. They often end up being the center of attention. They would like to get the most out of life. You know, they like to have as much fun as what they can have. They like other people to feel exactly how they feel and be interested in what they're interested in. So if they're around people who are a little bit on the low, they want them to pick up, or they can just take it. They tend to take it a little bit personal. They like people to be elevated the way they are. They have big hearts, and once they have given their heart to someone, they're incredibly loving and loyal and passionate towards their love interest. But they often need people to feel a certain way, so they could work really hard to get the people around them in a certain mood. So they just need to feel like they're aligned with the people around them. Page of Wands reversed can speak of someone who is a bully and mean-tempered, but it can also mean someone who's just not blossoming, like their personality is just not coming out because they learn to hide away who they are. But when it's really negative, it's someone who is a bully, demanding attention, who's horrible, and they have no enthusiasm. They just like to bring people down rather than pick them up. They kind of they get involved in projects that are doomed, and there's unhealthy competition going on. So Page of Wands can speak of a doomed kind of endeavor. Whatever you're working on, if you get this card reversed, it's not going to succeed. It could be because the people involved just don't have the right mindset. And if this is a situation and you get Page of Wands, it can mean that you want more meaning in your life, but due to boredom, drama and chaos follows. So it's like your subconscious is creating drama to stay interested, but find a healthier way of creating. So it can mean that you just need to build more, create more, you need to manifest more things. And Page of Wands reversed, that's a personality type, is someone who can't let their light shine for whatever reason, often creatively stagnated, and often also this card will show up reversed when there is exhaustion. So you could be exhausted basically. It could be burnouts. And it could just be like the way that you're thinking that's draining you. So it's like your mind is just constantly draining you. So it could be that you have programs around powerlessness and control, and you need to basically just release those programs of feeling powerless and knowing that you're empowered in your life and knowing how to be as well. Because when this card is showing up reversed, it could be that a feeling that life is passing you by. And that you're afraid of just disappearing and becoming forgotten, and maybe that you're pursuing things in hope of getting recognition in some way, but it's not really aligning with who you are, and then it kind of ends up being not fulfilling. So this if you're in a situation and you get Page of Wands reversed and it's kind of denoting who you're becoming in the situation, it just could mean that you becoming unfulfilled. So it's very important to change that so you can be fulfilled. Let's find out what the runes are saying. Okay, so this is a card that wants to communicate, because I got 6 runes, and 5 out of 6 turned face up. So that means straight away when you're doing the runes that whatever situation or whoever you're asking about wants to communicate. So Page of Wands is someone who's easy to get hold of, who wants to talk to you. You know, they want to communicate with you. They're not going to ghost you. this is not a card for ghosting. This is a card for someone who's there, you know, ready to go. And it's if it's a male, it's a healthy male. If it's a female, it's a healthy female. This is a upright, you know. And they like to learn, and they don't mind making mistakes as long as they learn from them. They don't mind a bit of hardship if they learn from it. What they want the most is they want to reach their goal. So with Page of Wands, it's all about the goal, the end goal. And what I'm seeing here in the runes, the end goal is Thurisaz. And Thurisaz is Thor's hammer. So in the context of Page of Wands, I would say that the end goal for a Page of Wands person is to have some kind of ability and skill, something that they can do, that they can utilize in their life in the best way. So think of that for a second. Like, if you have some ability that you can take with you for your whole life, that will support you financially, you can have it as an occupation. It's something that where you can serve the world in some way. So basically what it means is you're going to find out how you can serve the world in a really powerful way when this card is showing up. So it's all about service in the end. What is it that you're going to bring to the world? That's the most important thing. So once you know that and how to harness it and how to almost package it almost, and this is what you're bringing, something very specific that you can do, then that will give you an enormous amount of confidence and support in your life. So that's Page of Wands for you.